Hello and welcome everyone back to another Dwarf Fortress episode. In this episode we are going to finish the channel that is going to bring us fresh water and also maybe start thinking about our metal industry a bit more, because it has not really advanced at all, and maybe it's becoming time to start digging into the lower cavern levels. Maybe not just yet, but in a moment I think we are going to be ready to go down there. Also, I'm going to make this a bedroom here. Okay, it's going to be restricted as soon as that wall is built. I could go around and assign these beds all individually. I did that at one point until I realized that the dwarf will automatically claim a bed, so it's quite unnecessary to do that. You just designate this as a bedroom and the dwarves will understand that, hey, we should claim this room as ours, and they will take all the coffers and cabinets and whatever inside of them and call it their own little dwarf home, I believe. So it's good. Let them have their little place to call their own. Let's see, why those not built, just not enough haulers around, I think. So I think I'm going to put back this dude on hauling duty. Just like that. Commit that, thank you very much. There we go. Okay. Can I build a few more tables? I can. Now, tables is something that you do not need to have in a normal dwarf's room. Because they will be quite happy just eating in the dining hall anyways. And then you can just focus your efforts on having a grand dining hall. But as we all know, noblemen are a bit more cranky, and they want their own little place where they can eat away from all the so-called quote-unquote common dwarfs. And the higher the nobleman, the more crazy requests you get. This is starting to get a little bit out of hand. Where are all the bins I need to store those things in? Well, we need more wood. Definitely. The wood furnaces have at least almost stopped making charcoal, so that is good. That means we are still going to get more carpentry skills. And we have a lot of food still. Yes, no problem at all. This winter is going to go really well, I think. But, never mind. Okay, so have they built these? No, they have not. Furniture hauling, yes, they will be built at some point, and when they are built, then we are going to start flooding the fortress. But I think that's really... why are they taking so long hauling things? I know that they are busy, but come on. Okay. You know what? I am actually going to undesignate all of this as to be dumped. They'll move them away when they need the space anyway, so I'm just going to hide them. This should free up my dwarves. I always do this actually. I always have them haul a too much, and then they get nothing else done because they have so many things to haul. That's not the button I wanted. Not that one either, that one. So I don't want to hide these. It really doesn't matter if you hide these or not, but I can't stand having them appear here. And of course they will take up the space, but if the dwarves need the space, they will go and they will remove the thing blocking, and that will free up the space, and they will move it out of the way when they need it, instead of just having them on hauling duty all the time. Maybe I can actually get some work done around the fortress this way. I actually think I can do this. Yeah, I can use the mouse, that is much more convenient. So there we go. There. Not that one. That should be all, yes. Almost. There you go. Looks much cleaner, doesn't it? You get a much clearer look of what's happening. So now they can focus on hauling the actually important stuff and start building the walls and other things that I want them to. And start hauling away all this food and hide them into bins, which I want them to craft. Snowstorm, nice. Fun. Thankfully we are growing our crops indoors, meaning that nothing bad will happen to them. Which is brilliant, really. Another fun thing to think about is that these grates will, yes, they will block off movement, but you can connect them up to a lever, meaning that you can have them retract or whatever they do, meaning that you can allow access whenever you feel like it. Now this might sound like a portcullis kind of idea, and it sort of works that way, because you can shoot through them, I think, but the disadvantage of having those is that then these called building destroyers, which is basically trolls and that type of animals, can destroy them, meaning they get access to your fortress maybe through ways you did not want them to. That's why you have these bridges instead, because they cannot smash these for some reason. I guess that if you had a bridge that retracted, i.e. it just disappears, then you can have a portcullis here and shoot through it, and also maybe have a magma what's it called? Moat. No, not moat. Moat here, or water, or whatever, and just shoot through it and have them be shot at. It is less secure, I find, but if you want that, then it can be done. I prefer just shutting off my fortress from outsiders whenever I don't need to have it open. And I usually always leave it open until I get sieged, and then I quickly close it. It looks so empty in here, but okay. They're actually constructing buildings! Yay! That's brilliant. Okay, so we have a jeweler's workshop. This is brilliant. Okay. Now we can cut gems. Do that on repeat. Cut gems are worth so much more than rough gems, and you can start embedding them into things, making something a jewel encrusted sword or whatever, and it increases the value, it increases the happiness of dwarves, and it increases trading value, of course, and so on. So it's really good, I think anyways, to have jewels ready to be made. Also elves love trading with jewels, so you can get quite good trades with them with the help of jewels. So I recommend that. At least if you have a lot of jewels in the mountain that you have dug into, but you should have, because there's always quite a good amount of them. Also, I do believe that my miners now don't have too much mining to do, so I might as well put back on hauling duty so they have something to do. There we go, thank you. Okay. Let's see, did they construct them? Yep, they did, and no one got even stuck. That is even better. Okay, so now we are ready to... No, we are actually not ready to let through the water yet. So I want this section right here to be locked off. Now, because dwarves are stupid sometimes and can manage to get themselves locked in, I don't want to place a solid wall, because they might end up on the wrong side. The alternative is obviously to build a floodgate, which will stop water. It will stop passage, but you can raise it and put it in place to stop. These can also be destroyed by trolls, of course. However, I think I won't bother with those things. I will just build the wall immediately, and I will just have to babysit it a little bit to make sure that nothing happens. There we go. And hopefully someone will come along and build it rather quickly. Also, why not put a door there? I don't have doors, that's why. Everyone is working. Oh, they have already started cutting gems. That is awesome. I can see the value going up. Also, am I creating anything? Why am I not creating bean? Oh, because the wood is out, of course, but still. Barrels. Make barrels, make beans. This is usually what I always have my carpenters doing, because, well, you need bins and you need barrels. Also leatherworks. Well, whenever there's leather, the leatherworks should automatically pan it and make sure that you get usable leather from skin, that is. I believe that it is done automatically, so there's no need to panic about that. Okay, you can no longer make charcoal, so where am I going? Too far down, I believe. Okay, so we have run out of wood, so we need logs. Have we chopped down anything? They have not yet chopped down the trees I designated, so that's not good. They're going to have to do that eventually, and preferably as soon as possible. I do have someone on wood cutting, don't I? I do, even 3, so that's fine, should be. Oh, that's spring! We survived the winter without any problems at all. I mean, you usually don't have any problems at this stage in the game, unless you have made a few mistakes and maybe are starting to run low on food. But since you can grow indoors, you really shouldn't have too much problems with that. I usually, in the beginning when I started playing this game, I actually mostly run out of alcohol. And the dwarves got a bit grumpy, and they started throwing temper tantrums. And yeah, that's an interesting way to lose a fortress. Oh, there you go. Told you they were going to do that. I guess I have to remove it then. How do you remove where is it? There, remove construction on end. There we go, remove that. So that was useful. I'm not even that surprised, I suspected they would do that. Okay, so we are doing the floodgate thing then. I hope they wouldn't have to, but it appears they do have. I'll make a rock floodgate and they shall do it now. Good. So as soon as the floodgate is created, I'm going to put it in place, and then we shall hope for the best. Also, let's see. Yep, they have as you can see here, they have started to claim their beds as their own, the carpenter, furnace separators, and so on. Meaning that I can start disassembling all of these and move them downstairs. Also, time to dig out a few more rooms, I believe. That. That's fine. There we go. Like that. And dig there. Dig there, there, and there. That should be enough, maybe? Let's dig out this part as well. This is by no means the most efficient way to build rooms. You can go to the internet and type in dwarf fortress room schemes, and you'll find some crazy things. You can find these sort of spider web things, you can find spirals with rooms in them, you can find all sorts of things, really. It's quite amazing what people come up with. Wait, cat onyx only? No? Oh, do I have to do this individually? That's not good. Fine. I shall do that. I believe though that they only show me what are they called? Gems that I have available to me. So I won't be putting any chips. Wait, what? Okay, so you are not going to do that. I think I put that. Yeah, that should be fine. So they're going to cut all these different types of gems, and that will give me a lot of valuables to then sell later. Okay, so floodgate is X, so I'm going to place one here. I have one, that is good. Then I'm going to babysit it for a while just to make sure that no one gets trapped again. And this time, if someone gets trapped, I'm going to hook it up to a lever, which I probably should install. Nope, I went wrong. It's this way, yes. There we go. And save the dwarf that will get himself trapped in there, because they are not always the smartest of people. Hopefully it will be possible. Or the dwarf will be able to build it without getting trapped. You can always hope or dream, can't you? Oh, there it goes. Wait, what? Elven caravan has arrived. I don't care about you at the moment. I want this floodgate constructed. Yes, he's even standing on the right side. Brilliant. Okay, so that's constructed then. Meaning that now we can open the floodgates. Also, we got Elven caravan, so I'm going to start moving a few goods here. So let's see here. No, you don't want meat. And also, very important, if you happen to offer wood or anything really made of wood to elves, they are going to leave. They hate it when you chop down trees and then offer them the items that you have created from them to them and trying to sell them. This is really interesting because almost all the items that they bring are made of wood. So I don't know if they have wisps like maybe in Warcraft 3 and somehow get wood that way, or what they do. I just find it a bit funny and hypocritical. I mean, yeah, sure, do that. I think there's only charcoal in there, but still. Sure, mate. Let's get them some mussels. That should be fun. And some drinks, I think. No, that's in barrels. I don't want to give them that, even by accident. Leather, sure. Cloth. There we go. And I want the broke. There we go. Yes, but so a little bit hypocritical, but as someone will probably point out at some time, well, elves are hypocrites, and sure, they might be that, but still. So I'm going to dig out here, yes, and then I'm going to have to construct a roof up top to make sure that the water won't, or rather that no one will be able to swim down into the water from above. I mean, it's not that big a deal, but you don't really want that. It's sort of security thing, just really. Those seems like they have died. They have indeed. Why have no one gathered them? Interesting. I did not know that that could happen actually, but it's what's it called? Realistic, so I guess that's fine. Also, another fun thing about this river here, as you will notice, the dwarves are crossing it without any problems whatsoever. I don't know how they do it, but somehow they do. But it's like it has some sort of thing about on it, or maybe the water is not that deep, which is not true because it is 7, which is the deepest. I don't really know what's going on there, but I know that you can channel away the sort of crust or whatever on the river, thus making the dwarves unable to cross the river at that part. So, just to keep in mind. Okay, I can trade with them. Let's see what you have got. I think I'm going to do this trade and then I'm going to have to put a cut in the video. So, let's see here. As you can see here, there's a lot of wood involved. Spears, barrels. It's, yeah, like I said, they are a bit of a hypocrites. But, elves, right? No, I actually like elves, so I won't say anything bad about them. I refuse to. You can buy a wolverine, that's interesting. But no thank you. Wood scepter, wood arrows, everything is made of wood as you can see. Pears, we want pears. Fiber trousers, you can buy trousers, you can buy all sorts of things from here. Clay, no thank you. Applewood barrels, I don't need to buy barrels. As you can see here, by the way, these chevrons and lines indicate the quality of the item in question. So the more things they have here, the better the quality. Also, I believe they mean different things. As you can see here, there are 3, and I believe it goes something like, this is quality of the material made. No, wait, correction. This is the quality of the material that was used to make the item. This is like the craft dwarf's skill level or something, and something else, I'm not sure. But yeah, you can use those things to indicate, or those things indicate how good an item is. Let's put it that way, okay? They don't seem to have that much that I want. I think I actually went through this list already. Oh wait, this is just 2 pages. Okay. Well, in that case, it really isn't much I want. I can just buy a few fruits and whatnot. Like that, and then I can offer them a few items in return. I can offer them that and that. Cloth, take the cloth. Oh my god, the charcoal is actually worth a lot. I don't think they want charcoal though, because it's made of wood, so I won't even try it. They're still selling at a loss. I think this might be good. Yep, no. Alright, they will make a 43. Oh, sure, you can take that. Also, now I'm going to move away all of these things. It might seem stupid. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I just don't like having the things up here, because I might use them. So, I'll bring them back down. But, as I said, it is time for me to put a cut in the video right here, and then the next time we are probably going to finish the channel and system. So, thank you everyone very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.